Whoa, welcome, welcome, welcome. Boom. Sorry it has been so long since we had a stream yard. You know, mom comes into town and stream yards are out of the window. Uh so as I'm chilling in the bedroom, what did we miss? Hmm. What's up? Know the ledge. I guess they didn't know the ledge, but they know the ledge now. Straight like that. Uh yes, the Atlanta District Attorney. This woman here, this woman right here is something else entirely. I have never seen anything like her. She seems to be determined to lock up rappers. Like, that's her concern. Like, if anybody ever wanted to know anything about her, she wants to lock up rappers. Now, everybody's saying, man, how is everybody so mad at her? That Willis DA is doing her job. Don't be mad at her. She's clearing crime up off the street. These dudes are murderers. That's what they saying, right? That they're willing to use rap lyrics. To lock up thugs. Rap lyrics. Now, maybe I'm a little messed up, but when has a rap lyric been different from any other song lyric? Now they saying, well, if you talk about a crime, then that's different. Well, of course, that's different. A crime is an open investigation. If they give you keys to an investigation that could lead to an arrest, then that does it implicate that person as an involved party? But to be able to charge that person, there's something in the investigation that's called evidence. Okay, I could sit here and tell you about an entire murder. You can come in here and question me about it and ask me, how do I know so much? But all you have is hearsay. How in the world can you make a case on someone off hearsay? A rap song is and rap lyrics are exaggeration. Well, Nas is in Atlanta. Go lock up Nas. Is that what you want to do? Go lock Nas up. He right there. Right there in Atlanta. Go lock up Nas. Into some light in here, illuminate the place so y'all can see me a little better. Go lock Nas up. He did smack in Atlanta. I'm being real. Yeah, go lock Nas up then, if that's the case. Nas has rapped about homicides. Do you think Nas is out there in the streets putting in work? No. What they're doing is they're targeting specific groups. Blacks aren't the only criminals out in Atlanta, and rappers are not the criminals in Atlanta. Gang members with a microphone is something different. These dudes don't, most of these guys that they're talking about, that who they're arresting, who they're catching in these RICO cases, are actual artists. They're trying to get their homeboys, the guys that are attached to them, and they're using the artists because the artists give them legitimate jobs. So they're targeting them because they have legitimate employment, they have a W 2, they have taxes to be filed that they pay, it's legitimized. So now the gangs are being legitimized. They don't want to see that. What they want to see is them going to jail. So if one of them gang members or gang affiliates do something, link that to the main guy that's bringing in the money, lock the main guy up, put them all together in one big gumbo pot, throw them all in the can. That's what Atlanta's trying to do. They throw them all in the can, watch them turn on each other. That's the plan. But how are you going to lock people up off hearsay? That's what gets me. It baffles me and it makes me want to scratch my head because I can't seem to understand, like, when did hearsay become actual fact? Like actual facts, period. Like, this is a fact now. A rap lyric is a fact. Somebody could overheard something about a homicide and make a rap song about it. Did they do it? No. Where's your evidence? So rap lyrics can't be evidence. See, he rapped about it, son. How did you rap about it? It's the word on the street. Everybody know Ray Ray shot Pookie, so I made a song about Ray Ray and Pookie. It's all on the streets. I wasn't there. I didn't see it go down. I just made a song called Ray Ray and Pookie. So sorry, one day. So now you're gonna charge me for a song about Ray Ray and Pookie? Now, all of these different things that they're saying is it's a dangerous slope because they're going to try to pass it in every state. New York has already shot this down because it's stupid, and one, it's unconstitutional. It's a violation of the freedom of speech, and you're violating that amendment right then and there. Like I said, it's always been freedom of speech, but watch what you say. Exactly. And who's the face? Who's the black DA? The Atlanta DA? The black lady, right? She's on the campaign. She's on a crusade, ain't she? Because they have big plans for her. See, the Democrats got her going after Trump, don't they? She's trying to push the election fraud on Donald Trump in Atlanta for election tampering. They're using the same Atlanta DA. She's going to push that whole Georgia and whatever thing. We going to get him. It's because she's good, boy. Fiery black woman. Why? Because she's going to run for a very big office. Just wait. Just wait. Gotta watch the play. If she's able to trip Trump up in Georgia, then she's locking up all the rappers, and she cleaned up Atlanta, and she cleaning up Fulton County. Oh, buddy. They gonna look at her as the black savior of lives. How am I 3 days late and I talked about this 2 months ago? Get with it. Talked about this 2 months ago. Now, oh, well, that's the thing. I mean, can you imagine Biggie going to jail for I got a story to tell? He admitted to a real robbery. Biggie Smalls was arrested. I mean, Jesus Christ. I'll definitely hit the like button, good people. I never understood that, but I'm glad y'all brought that up. No, there's a lot of different things that's happening. Dude, they will turn on you in a minute. They will always use a black woman to tear you down. Period. Because that's your most prized access. Your most prized asset is the black woman. That's it. They will use that to tear you down. Lock up all the drill rappers. Drill rap is dead. Listen, a song has never killed anybody. People are dying because they're not making songs. They're sending threats on music. Music is playing and they're sending a threat to another person. These songs aren't on the radio. These songs are not going anywhere. There's some local hood stuff and gang affiliated. Most of them are YouTube, SoundCloud rappers. And most of these people don't even make music. Some of them, they just in the collective group. You see, there's people that make drill music and they're not dissing anybody or disrespecting anybody dead that you know. They're actually good with their lyrics. So it's not the drill music. That's just a way to simplify it for the simple minded. But when you get people who just gangbang for a living and they want to rap because that's the easiest occupation in the world for somebody who's lazy. You just grab a microphone, smoke some weed. You ain't got to change no clothes. You can just get up and get in your bathroom, record with a microphone, and your homeboy hook up a beat, and you on the streets, and now you're a rapper, right? Well, what's that gonna do you? What's that gonna do for you? How far you gonna make it with that? Listen, the Atlanta DA is targeting all of these rappers because she's being told to. That's a woman who's being told what to do, how to do it, why she has to do it, the whole nine. And she's not gonna stop because they got big plans for her. See, when she first started coming out there, she ain't had her weave done. Her hair wasn't processed or nothing. Nails all messed up. Now she out there. She got on a nice dress. She got a stylist now. You know what that means? Political office. Tell you gotta pay attention to these signs, man. Pay attention to these signs. They're everywhere. Her hair was nice and whipped. Her makeup was nice and put together for that interview. They wilding in Cali too. Are they trying to arrest people in Cali? That ain't drill rap. So what's happening in Cali? They've been doing this, and Cali done got wilder and wilder. They done got Gene Wilder down there. I'm sorry, I haven't been Googling hardly anything. Sorry, I really haven't. I've been spending time with my mother, and we've been having the greatest time. Probably this is the first time, probably in like 30 years. It's just been like me and my mom. Of course, Marcus, you already get it. You already know what time it is. She's going for re-election, but that's years. They're thinking years down the road. She's gonna be going for bigger offices. One day that woman's gonna be making a presidential run or vice president. Oh, that's what they want. Why is she warning rappers that the state will continue to use their self incriminating rap lyrics against them in the court of law? How are you going to use lyrics from rap songs as evidence? Someone will have to tell you basically in the rap song, I killed Jeremy Betts with the bat last night. I hit him 17 times. Whack, whack, whack. Could have stopped at 7, but I wanted 10 more. Bop, bop, bop. threw the bat in the trash can. That's why you couldn't find it. Then I jumped in the back of a van. DNA was everywhere, but you didn't look. What do you expect somebody to do that? If somebody do that, then yeah, lock them up. They deserve to go to jail because that person just admitted to everything they done did. But you can't tell me any rap song that was evidence. We could use that as evidence. No, it's not evidence. It's hearsay. It's not enough to convict. You can't put that doesn't place them at the scene of the crime because they're saying it in a rap lyric. Don't place them there. There's too much wiggle room in a rap lyric to be used as evidence against rap artists. And why are you targeting rappers? So white people don't do crime in Atlanta. Oh, that Fannie Willis. Oh, she's gonna run. Fannie Wells, I'm sorry, or whatever. Man, this damn weather change got my sinuses like going into overdrive. She said, I'm not targeting anyone. However, you do not get to commit crimes in my country, then decide to brag on it, which you do that from a form of intimidation and to further the game and not be held responsible. So let me guess every crime in Atlanta or in Fulton County is done by blacks and done by gangs. That's what I'm getting from this. She basically held a press conference to announce that she's coming after rappers. She ain't say I'm coming after people to stop crime. She basically singled out a group of people. She's not talking about crime. She's talking about arresting a lot of brothers and sisters and putting them away in bulk. Now, if someone did the crime and they went out and murdered some people and did that, then I'm not here to protect murderers. That's not what I'm saying. Prosecute them by the law. Do the investigation, do your due diligence, investigate, and go ahead. Don't you have detectives? When have detectives become so inept at their jobs that you got to go and use rap lyrics and try to basic basically falsify evidence and make faulty evidence and be like, right there, he said he got the UWAP. Now, UWAP is a weapon. I've checked with these local detectives from New York. They said he grabbed the UWAP and they used UWAP. Now, look, listen to this song. This other rapper said he used an UWAP. That was, and he was referring to it as a weapon. So that means UWAP means weapon. So he used the UWAP. I mean, I mean, what the Jesus Christ. And you worried about people in jail right now for false cases and everything else. What is this? It's hearsay. It's not just it's false. I mean, you think Jay-Z's out here is moving bricks? Why ain't they what they gonna come get Jay-Z? Go lock Jay-Z up then. He told you he sold bricks back then. He told you he sold pounds. He told you I lost 91 bricks. But ain't no statute of limitation, right? Remember friend or foe? The guy in the hotel? Go and investigate that. Rollo, no, because Rollo was buying real estate. He wasn't out here buying a bunch of gold chains and doing all that. Rollo was out here making, well, if he was out here buying mansions and big cars, they'd have left Rollo alone. Rollo became a threat because Rollo was out here making big moves. He was buying a neighborhood, paying people's rents when they couldn't pay him. The people loved Rollo. He was keeping people employed. They don't want people like Rollo. They don't want that. That's a bad example. So what they wanted to do was shut that down. Rollo had to go. You see how that worked? You see what they do, right? Rollo's the problem. So Rollo had to be the one to go. They don't care, man. This system is designed to use you until they can't use you anymore. Then they get rid of you and replace you with someone else. Rap is the most influential music in the history of the world. Hip hop culture is the most influential thing the world has ever seen. It's more influential than crack, any drug, anything that you could ever think of. They tried to crush it, burn it, and destroy it, and they couldn't. They tried to keep it up a barrier, saying, not in our household. Your kids fiend for it and went to grab it, wanted to change their hairstyle, said F you, ran out the door and said, I'm free because they want it. When you try to deny people of something, the truth, the knowledge, or anything, they want it more. Anything you try to deny, they'll see through the lies and they want it more. I don't know who claims they never lie in their raps, but do you think Nas is out here flying to Spain, shooting people in the head and doing all this stuff? No, these are called stories. Nas is not out in the streets shooting people. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. J Val King. Look, well, that's a lie right there. I don't know what that's about. But see, they're not worried about human trafficking. Have you ever thought about that? That's like abandoned, not mentioned. You ever notice that? That's not, those numbers are high. Missing teens from Latinos to African Americans in Georgia alone. The numbers are high. Where's the press conference on that? You failed, DA. You failed to protect those people whose lives were lost. You're sitting around waiting for people to be passed away, and then you act. If your police force was any damn good, your detectives were any damn good, they know where the crimes are happening at. Instead of sitting there going through wiretaps and investigating, trying to get everybody caught up, you're allowing people to die on the streets. And you could have locked these people up already. But you want to get 8, 9, 10 people linked in together so you can have a big press conference and make a big gumbo pie. You don't care about the lives that were lost. And that's where I have a problem with you. Because life is just as important as anybody else's. One life. So don't go on this crusade like you caring about the people when you're just trying to get people in bulk. So you're willing to allow other people to die in order for that to happen. That makes you a hypocrite. That makes you the worst kind of hypocrite. Hit the like button. They ain't gonna like it, but yeah, go in there and hit the like button. They ain't gonna like that. I already saw how they acted. They start shutting stuff down right away as soon as I said that. Hmm. Yeah, they don't want to hear that truth. All they want you to believe is this is against crime. They're ready to take the bite out of crime. Crime been going on for years. It ain't stopped. What about the meth heads in Georgia out there making crystal meth? Those ain't black people. Those are white in Georgia. Y'all know where they at. They got dog fighting circuits. I thought down in Georgia, you know where they are. You know where they fighting dogs at down there. But Michael Vick is the face of it. And the people that have been running those organizations from fighting, you ain't called animal cruelty on them. And you know that's a big operation that man got in Puerto Rico, Florida, and Georgia. He owns many plantations of illegal fighting. and y'all know it. And you let Michael Vick be the face of it. Why y'all ain't going to get him? Hmm? It's all about who we like. Who we like. Who do you like? That's what it's about. How many ads I got on here? Shoot. Brother got to get paid. Man's here to get paid. As many as they want to put on. Come on. Keep putting them on YouTube. I'm not killing my own argument, Joe Champion. I'm proving my argument. My argument is that crime is crime. It don't have a color. So when you make a press conference that's talking about rappers, why are you targeting rappers? I don't see you talking about human traffickers. I don't see you talking about the people that's making crystal meth, who got them meth labs all through Georgia. I don't see you going to get them shine boys. Why are you singling out rappers? They got dog fighting rings all around there, and you know who they tied to, and you ain't RICO none of them. You think when Vic got caught, that stopped everything? It didn't slow down. It didn't miss a beat. No, because see, it's in her county. See, she's in Fulton County. So whatever's in that county, that's on you. Fulton County is you. So you want to get to that county district, you need to go find everything in your county and go investigate your county, miss. Instead of targeting a certain group and harassing just rappers, why don't you go out and do the real job, do the real work? I'm gonna send the link again in the chat if y'all want to get in here. Let y'all talk. I thought I sent it in already. Slim Jesus. He came and went. But I bet he got a hell of a bag first. Casino up early. What do you mean? Up early? John, you should know way better than this. Not really. I never was the kind of person who believed that this should ever be a law. because it's too vast. It's too bland. It's nothing concrete there. Unless the rap lyric really is admitting to the crime. How the heck? Even if somebody said they did it, you know how many people call a police station and say when there's a murderer or something going around, some people call in and be like, I did it. It's me. I'm the killer. Just for attention. They weren't nowhere near the scene. They weren't, they're just, it's fake leads. You have like 6 or 8 calls like that at the police station. People taking credit and saying they did it. They just sick in the head. They just want publicity and fame. They want a trial. They were ready to go through the whole thing. And it's like these people are so sick. It's unreal. You have to have evidence, or it's just hearsay. What is your evidence? You got to put me at the scene of the crime. I could tell you I did it. I could tell you I wanted someone dead. I did it. I still have to explain how I did it. I would have to explain. You think they just put you in jail and that's it? No. You got to explain to them how you did it, motive, how it was done, how it was executed. Why? Because they have to close the case. You just saying you did it, but you don't know how you did it and all this other stuff. I just know I did it. That's it. They say, okay, well, that's admitting the guilt. Well, let's try to lock them up. It's an open. Anybody can argue that case. There's no evidence to link him there. Nothing puts him at the scene of the crime. There's no photo that puts him at the scene of the crime. There's no weapon. There's no DNA on him. There's no gun residue on him. You don't have a weapon. You don't have anything. How the hell are you going to pin him into something with just rap lyrics? That's going to be an easy case to beat. So it's like if you could use it as evidence in a court of law, it's already tampering the case because that's hearsay. It's not even strong enough to be suitable. That should be thrown out when they go through the whole preliminary trial to try to find out if there's probable cause. I don't know if they're guilty or not, Red Pill Cinema, because I'm not them. I have not been following what they're doing. They have investigators, and you keep saying they. I'm guessing you're assuming Young Thug and Gunna. You're saying though they're guilty of something. What about the people around them? Those guys might be guilty, and they might be the innocent ones. We don't know. Well, I don't know because I haven't been following them. I have not been sending spies in there to find out about what they doing in their gangster life, or if they were in gangster life. You know, but as far as I know, Gunna's an artist. So I don't know what he's just guilty by association because he's signed to the label. So once again, they try to rope everybody up, see if somebody gonna tell, and somebody gonna start talking. Well, it's unconstitutional because freedom of speech, but watch what you say, but you're violating the First Amendment. So if you keep violating, that's why New York got rid of it because it's too much of wiggle room. If you're a lawyer, that's too much wiggle room to get out of. A defensive lawyer could chew that up and spit it back at you. You would have to be really stupid in your raps to say something that's very incriminating that no one in the world knew unless you were the person that did it. And the only way you can know that is if you've seen the police report and knew what they put out, or you were there and did it. So only an idiot would do that, and he probably deserved to get locked up if he does that. Well, that's just an isolated case. Don't make that the rule for every single rapper, because now it looks like you're targeting people. And the way you came out all nonchalant and saying, "Then you're gonna have to get out of my county," and all that. It's like you already grandstanding, and trying to make an appeal for yourself to be this, like got a torch in your hand and you leading a revolution. It's like, where's the revolution going? Where's the party? Prince ain't here, but the revolution is, they kind of done right now. So, hmm I know. Hit the like button. Sinuses, man, they're killing me. I'm trying not to take the sinus medicine. Mm. Ugh. I'm tired of seeing these ads. Well, I can't see the ads because I got the premium, so I don't get to see ads. So I don't know. Well, that's the thing. Atlanta probably do have it. Oh yeah. Yes, tomorrow is, well, it's already the first. So you know what's coming tomorrow. It's always Patreon resets, and we start hitting them with more avalanches. We showed y'all about the NOI. We gave y'all the Patreon version of the NOI and how they almost won. Government got caught off their toes. They got hit with a curveball. They ain't never saw that coming. I got the premium to watch Cobra Kai because that was YouTube's biggest mistake, was letting Cobra Kai go to Netflix. They didn't realize what they had. I knew it from the moment it launched that it would be the biggest thing YouTube Red. It was back then YouTube Red. It wasn't even YouTube, whatever it is, premium. It was YouTube Red. And I got YouTube Red. They wanted me to be a participant on YouTube Red, like make mini movies and do all that stuff. So YouTube has been trying to have me involved in from early on. And of course I said no, did not want to create on YouTube Red. So I turned that down. And I signed up for premium once Cobra Kai was coming to YouTube Red and getting exclusive content, watch other shows, and all the other shows you saw they really wasn't blowing up. And then you saw Cobra Kai was just on fire. And I'm like, I'm in. I'm all in. That was the first show YouTube actually spent some money for. YouTube. like they're distributing this show. I'm like, that's crazy. YouTube is finna get into the series. That's I thought that was dope. And everything went left. Everything went left. Netflix came with a huge bag, and YouTube said, I can't match it. I'm sorry, we out. They didn't see the future. And it's probably best it went with Netflix because they know what they're doing. Oh, well, she says she's not targeting anyone, of course. Well, what else is the DA going to tell you? They're going to say, however. See, they'll say, I'm not targeting anybody, but however, when they say however, that means, uh-oh, here it comes. You're waiting for that other shoe to drop. That's the shoe right there. However, see how they dropped everybody off? But however, they just start dropping people off left and right. Yeah, that's how they come at you. They hit you with that however thing. You do not commit a crime in my county and then get to brag about it, which you do with that form of intimidation and to further your gang and not be held responsible. Um, who said something was a gang? She's like, people can be angry about it. She don't care. She has some legal advice for him. Don't confess to crimes on rap lyrics if you don't want them used, or at least get you or get out of my county. Mm, mm, mm. Man, I wish she had this kind of like ingenuity to go after any other, gangs that they got there. There's all these hillbilly gangs that's out there making crystal meth, but she's doing interviews about rappers, talking about major gang arrests, RICO charges. I don't see none of these white RICO charges. Do you know how many crystal meth organizations there are in Georgia, in Fulton County alone? She know where them houses at, but that's not big enough. She need rappers. She's handling the Donald Trump Georgia tampering trial. Right. Now, following the announcement of an indictment of 24 members of an Atlanta gang called Drug Rich on RICO charges. Now, Drug Rich, they're being accused of a lot of home invasions. A lot of burglaries that took place in Atlanta with alleged victims, including Calvin Ridley from the Falcons and what's that, Marlo Hampton from Real Housewives of Atlanta. My mama here, so that's the only way I know about that crap. She's a real housewives person. Appreciate the super chat, Justin. I mean, that's what they do. I mean, you gonna speak sloppy when you sipping on syrup. I mean, the codeine was not made for your brain to continuously take. Of course, you're gonna have some effects and you're gonna say stupid stuff. Like if you indict yourself on a record, then by far, yes. But when you just gonna try to make stuff out of lyrics, you know, and use it as evidence, that's gonna be very difficult to prove in a court of law. You got to have other physical evidence or something to bring them to the trial. You could have all the evidence. You could have. You look at OJ. They had a footprint. They had a bloody glove. You had everything, right? You thought it was an open shut case. No, you didn't have him. Everything looked like he was at the scene of the crime, but he walked because he proved there was reasonable doubt. When you have crooked police officers who know that they're crooked, and when you ask them, did they plant any evidence, and they say, I take the fifth, what does that tell to the jury? That's a mistrial or an acquittal. He could have easily said no, but he said, I take the fifth. Then you got tapes to prove he was a racist cop. Boom. All that evidence is up in smoke. There's reasonable doubt. There's key factors in that trial that they never tell you about. That was completely implicit that evidence was planted. There's video of Furman walking into the room, and then all of a sudden he's discovering bloody socks. All of the evidence that they had was so tampered with. Blood under the counsel of the the armrest in the middle console, saying, "Oh, he must have cut his hand and the blood leaked down under there." No, because the blood trail started only at the bottom. So it's when they stripped the car apart, did he go in there and actually plant the blood? That's the only way it could have happened. So the car had to be already in the impound, being stripped when Furman went in there and did that. One of the vials was reported missing that had Nicole's blood, Ron Goldman's, and OJ's sample blood that he gave up voluntarily, gave up his blood. Now, why would someone voluntarily do that? Yeah, the meth labs are everywhere in Georgia. They got dog fighting in Georgia. They got trafficking. They got all these things. She ain't holding no press conferences on those because that ain't gonna get her elected. But she's supposed to be against crime, right? Or is she against rappers? They got to fill up them new prisons with black bodies, young black able bodies, so they can get that cheap labor. But they don't hear me though. Hit the like button up, y'all. I'll send the link again if y'all want to get in. Mostly everybody sleep. That's a real double entendre. Mostly everybody sleep. Hmm. Yeah. All right. We hit the 1 hour mark. I know they probably gonna run an ad. Marcus Moore finna go crazy. If they run another ad, Marcus Moore says finna go crazy. Did they air another ad for you? Or they said that was it? What's up, Greg?
What's up, Cena?
Nothing much. Sitting here going through this. So what's your take on this? Are you from
I,
Atlanta?
I'm not from Atlanta, but I've studied Atlanta a lot because I'm trying to invest in some apartments, and
Okay.
I feel like that's a good thing because I'm not against the rappers. 99.9% of rappers in all interviews come in and say all my lyrics are real. Everything I said is real. I don't lie about my lyrics. So if you want to know something, check out my lyrics. Then when they get arrested, they call themselves entertainment.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then the public, just because these guys are made to be idolized, we put them on a pedestal where it's like they're supposed to be untouchable. And I don't feel that. And I'm black, you know what I'm saying? So it's like if I'm gonna be rich and I'm gonna buy duplexes, I'm gonna do this to make sure that my investment are safe. Take them away. Because if these guys put together, all these guys, imagine Little Baby, imagine Young Thug, imagine all these guys put a million together. They could buy all the farmland in Atlanta, like controlling all these things. But they buy guns for their friends. They tell them, "Yo, go shoot this guy right here. Go do this right here." I don't know. That's my take on it.
Well, see, that's the thing. We're looking at it from that perspective only when we're generalizing it based off what we see off the news. When 9 times out of 10, that's like what people think is the constant. But the crime is crime. You got people that's doing crime, that's doing drugs, that is definitely they are running meth labs, they're fighting dogs, they're doing all of these other things in Georgia that they're not even caring about. Actually, human trafficking is huge from black and Latinos in Georgia, period, are missing. These kids are missing, don't even know what happened to them, and people are being trafficked. And it's very high in Georgia, very high.
What do you think? What do you think they do with the people that they trafficking with? I have my own like conspiracy that like the government is
So
allowing it
conspiracy.
because they need these like immigrants people to come here, just like Texas and Arizona. They
Oh
need
no,
these
no,
people
no,
to
no.
come here.
Trafficking, yeah, trafficking is not just immigrants. They're taking most of our people off the streets. You see,
Damn,
you gotta understand, we have good genes. Our genes, they're taking us at a very young age because
I know.
our organs are different. You see, that's the thing a lot of people don't realize. Our melanin, we're the people of the sun. So
The plasma, they taking the plasma.
exactly. Plasma is very low right now. They call people in for that. They kind of call me in for it. I don't do plasma. I give up blood only. I don't do plasma. I won't allow. They try to talk me into doing plasma. No, won't
They
do it.
go to the third world countries in Africa and like kidnap those kids. Like I don't want to say no politician name on your
Mhm.
streams, you know. They go to Haiti, they go to Dominican, especially Haiti. They go there because the melanin in these people, like in Haitian people, is just like it's special. You know, I'm not trying to big up Haitians, you know, like it's special. So they run these labs. That's how a lot of these politicians and past president got rich of doing dirty stuff like that in these little countries.
Of
So.
course we did.
mm. But
And the
seeing
problem,
them
thing is that melanin is in a lot of products that they use for beauty supplies. These women,
Mm-hmm.
they want to use it to get the wrinkles away from their lips. See,
Mm-hmm.
they lips turn wrinkly around their lips. They want to use the melanin and cream to make that thinning out because they was like,
Mm-hmm.
man, how do y'all not have cracks by your lips? Black people lips don't crack, and
Right, right.
so they like y'all don't get the crow's feet like we do. Like it's very rare to see you guys get the crow's feet because of our melanin. And so they want that. It's like the fountain of youth for them. So their beauty products, most of them have it in there. Where are they getting it?
Exactly. Like America don't produce it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, why are you guys doing all this dirty work to get these stuff for these corporations? So I don't know. Crazy.
So they're definitely harvesting, and that's what a lot of this stuff is for. These billionaires, these guys, they have family members who get sick, they need organs, so they find a match and they take these
Mm-hmm.
girls, they move them from American girls and move them over there. They get them hooked on heroin and they put them out on the streets and
Mm-hmm.
start putting them in the and make them working girls. If they take them, because they figure if they're on the streets, don't nobody care about them or they ran away from home. Those are the people they look to kidnap. They put stickers on people's cars, like little things to so that people could see and signs to let other people know, like, okay, that's the car they hit. That's
That's crazy. Yo.
Yeah, that's a female. She's living by herself. They got people that watch people like that. They take grown 21-year-old woman, 19-year-old woman. She living on her own. Next thing you know, bang, she kidnapped. They get her time and her moves down. They gone. It's a sick world, man. I mean, it's really sick. And all
Hey,
of this
it's
stuff
only
is
getting
happening
worse.
in these places, and they don't talk about that. But they just focus on rappers. Why?
Like with that, I understand the rapping part, but rappers are not innocent. You know, I'm just saying, like, I understand where you're coming from, and I understand both ends, but rappers are not innocent.
Yeah,
Jeffrey, Jeffrey name is
not
Young Thug.
all. Yeah, but see, you're basing everybody under one umbrella of rappers. You're saying rappers, and you're taking the bad people who are not rappers. They just gangbang, and they're hanging out with the rappers because they grew up in the same hood with the rappers. So it's like the rapper, they's like they're people on their block and they're affiliated. It's like me. I'm not a gangbanger at all, but the people I went to school with, they grew up and end up joining the gang. Now I know them. If they do a crime, what you gonna come rope me in? I haven't done anything. So my thing is like they're guilty by association, but these are gang members. You see, most of these people they don't even rap. Most of these people that's locked up in this RICO case, they don't even rap. RICO, this law was made to group all these people in together. This is supposed to be for mob organizations. This is not even an organization. This is a gang. That's not organized. So what are you
See,
gonna
no,
do?
if you read the police report, you'll see it was run like an organized crime with Young Thug being the boss.
That's how they did it. The police organized it. The police said, "You're the boss. This is your underboss. These are your workers. These guys report to him." They're making that chart. They're painting that. So you
Hmm.
got to remember, they're doing that because they want a case. So that's how they always set it up. They have the dartboard and say, "This is the boss." They be dead wrong 90% of the time. But you're right, there is crime on the streets, and most of these guys who pick up a microphone and rap are not rappers. They're gangbangers who want to
Right.
grab a mic and start rapping, and they're not even really rapping. They're sending threats on music to the opposition who they gangbang against because they were not rappers; they were gangbangers. So
Right.
that's a difference. Now these other people who never really gangbang, they just cool with them because they from the hood. They're artists and they get caught up in the gang life because they are affiliated. So now they found a way to bring them all down because they don't have jobs for you, but they do have time to put you in their new prisons. And that's an economic prison system. You're going to have work labor. They got young black youth putting them in jail, making them work. Now you're going to be in there doing about 5, 10, and get all this use out of you. And then Hopefully they get you for life and they get you at 18, 19, and they got a whole 50, 60 years of work out of you. And you're gonna be making what, $5 an hour, $6 an hour, maybe even that, making license plates,
I don't
making
even think they
aluminum
make that much
siding.
here. They make
No,
like $2.
some places, yeah, $2. Cheap labor, slave labor. So slave laboring is still going on. It's just in the prison systems.
I mean, I think it's all around because if you're not living like sleeping when you want to, waking up when you want to, if you want to travel to this place, you can't do it when you want to. We still some type of slave like
Well,
economy thing.
of course, slavery never ended. They just expanded the plantation.
Hmm.
You never was free. You was given the illusion that you were free.
Right, right.
See, the only thing that people don't seem to understand is they just realize that I don't have to. I don't. You see, people don't realize the slave owner had to pay taxes for you. The slave owner, it was their job to feed you, to take care of you, and keep you on the land. Make sure that they pay your taxes for each slave. So they were responsible for you. So
Yeah,
when you were freed and there was no more slavery, it was illegal for them to have you on their property. So you couldn't stay there. They couldn't hire you to be there no more to do the work. They couldn't afford to. So now you had to just go out in the world. So what they had was people just going out on horses. They called them the riders, and they would just go out and just start killing all the slaves. So the slaves had to get together in bunches and stick together because they didn't know where to go. Most of them went right back to the slave master
mm,
after being free. They went right back. Days later, they keep coming back trying to stay there, and
Right.
the slave master telling them, "I can't have you here. You got to go." It's illegal. I can't have you here. They'll take my land, everything. You guys got to go. You're free. I can't keep you
Thi-
on the land because they didn't
this
know anywhere. They went home. They don't know where they on a whole nother continent. They on a whole nother land. They don't know where to go. Everywhere they go, people hate them. And we still in the same boat right now. Everywhere we go, people hate us.
that slave insurance thing you just described sound just like the record labels putting insurance on the rappers.
Hey,
Absolutely.
Lino.
What's up? Yo, what's up, Jamaica? I see you at work.
Yeah. Overtime money. Hey, hey. It's sad for me to say this, but them rappers out there in Atlanta, man, they kind of did this to themselves, bro. They kind of did it to themselves. You out there, saying stuff with the lyrics and stuff like that. I mean,
Your
if
mic
you
is
in the
static.
street,
Yeah, your mic static and
Yeah, it's real staticky, but I hear what you're saying. You want that they doing it to
but
themselves. A lot of people are saying that, but it's not just Atlanta. You see, this is happening all over because even here in Chicago, where it's mostly at, most of this stuff that started in Atlanta happened with a guy from Chicago.
Right.
So
I
that's what
can
I'm trying
believe
to
that.
tell you is that I see it a lot out here with the rappers. Is gang bangers. These dudes are gang banging. You see it in New Orleans. Dudes are gang banging. Their
Mhm.
territory, they set, they crew, and they dissing other people. There's been so many rappers that have died and they're from other areas. They ain't got nothing to do with Fulton County. And in New Orleans, you've been seeing people get shot up. You just saw Jada Youngin lose his life. You just saw a lot of these dudes lose their lives out here behind people sending threats on music.
Facts.
Most of these dudes don't even have record deals. They SoundCloud rappers. And they send out here sending threats to the opposition on record, and disrespecting people that's dead. That became the new thing. And that's just never been cool. None of the old heads would even do stuff like that
Right.
because that was just like, okay, they gone. That they gone. That's it. We move on. We don't disrespect them, but this become the new thing, and that kind of hurt makes people come back and do something to you. So, and all of these stuff is happening. They came out and put RICO on games. So now that was illegal one right there. That shit told them the game was over. The ball game has changed. Now they brought RICO to the streets to try to control the games. And now that they've been allowed to do that, it's hell on wheels, hell on earth, because they want to try to get control of it because they can't keep the neighborhoods safe. And I mean the neighborhoods where it's supposed to be like safe for rich people to go. There was never supposed to be an incident downtown where Bond lost his life. There wasn't supposed to be no play, no action. That didn't happen like in the inner city. That happened like downtown. That happened someplace it was not supposed to happen there. Because now you're messing with the money. Now you scaring the money out of town. And people don't want to go to Atlanta because they feel it's too dangerous.
That's
But
right.
money, you losing money. And these are the people that spend it. And now they ain't coming back.
So, it's like a lot of these guys, they bring their hometown beef to Atlanta.
Sometimes it depends. Like sometimes they have a real situation. But 9 times out of 10, it'd be something as stupid as a girl. It'd be like, oh my God, this dude slept with this chick here. And I'd be like, dude, you a rapper. You're a rapper. You can get like any girl in the world. What the hell are
Right.
you worried about this one girl from? Obviously, if he slept with her, cool. Bet she a rap. I can go get one that's loyal. Like let them have it. I ain't trying to kill somebody for it. It's like, dude, that's stupid. Y'all gonna both be dead. One gonna be in jail. She gonna be out on the streets going to the next one. So what's the point? Y'all, I mean, these young guys don't think because their mind is gone because they smoking all the time. They doing syrup. Their brain is all messed up, and they're not able to handle dope like that.
Right.
They smoking stuff laced with stuff, and their brain cells ain't able to comprehend stuff. So common sense is not common to these rappers.
Nope.
So,
There's only 5 of them that's really like there, that's solidified. It's only like 5 of them. Like that's like Dirk, young Dirk. He's solidified on there. He's trying to change it up, and get himself like out there. Herbo is, he's making his money. Uh, Sosa making his way. But most of these dudes had to change it up. You can't be going in there and being all crazy. You actually got to make some music.
Right.
So, Dirk has figured it out. Dirk got all of them early on that figured it out. Then he started getting real stupid. But now, since he lost some family members and he's seeing how real it is, like, hey, this ain't cool.
you gotta chill out.
Yeah, because this is real in the field. It's real.
It's like they might not get you, but they're gonna get the one you love.
Exactly. So you don't want that. Nobody wants that. So, they already touched people you love. So it's like, man, you got to be careful. The bill always cometh due.
You'll see,
You might get away with one day, then they come back to get you. So I understand that she want to clean up crime, but hoping these press conferences targeting rappers, that seems a little like a derivative to me. That you really just focus on just them, and you really focus to bring that attention to all of the world. Like, look, I'm going after the gangbangers, but nobody's talking about the other crime that's majorly damaging people. This crystal meth problem, nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about human trafficking, which is like it's nothing. It's a lot of people missing out here,
But you gotta think too. These white boys that's doing the trafficking, the Spanish boys that's doing the meth shit, they will stand out and have a shootout with the police. These black dudes claim they gangsters, they're only shooting each other, but they won't shoot it out with the police or fight the police. The other groups will. So the police know they gotta come correct at them, and they know the law.
Well, it depends on some of them. I mean, I don't root for anybody.
Yeah, something that
Police, but
I
because you're only going to lose going to war. Police is protected by the government, so as soon as you take them out, you said goodbye. And yeah, you taken out that group. I mean, you might have taken out that group, but look, you'll be
Right.
executed in a month. Look how they did. Look how they did Malcolm when they had, both of them was going around. He had his son out there. They still ain't let his son free, knowing his father took the admit everything was on him. They executed his father in like 2 weeks. I'm like, man, he gone already? Like, damn, that was a micro trial and everything. They get him up out of there.
Cold.
and
Anyway, anybody to repeat that? Yeah. What's up, Jermaine?
I'm finna head out, man.
All right, man. Have fun at work and get that overtime.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Sino,
Yo.
yo, I gotta give you respect. There was this video that you made years and years ago. Not on this channel. I think it's on the One Crack News channel. It's a video showing how, man, I don't know. I like that other channel more than this channel. Like the other channel, I feel it's more you. Like you give game in that channel. I like it. I love
Okay.
that other channel. Like you made that video on how the US has been falling behind. Like it was like shown on your TV screen. Man, that video is golden, man.
Yeah, I had to. I'm glad people watching it. And
Man,
that
I
China,
watched that video because
yeah.
it's like this year I really like woke up and start like, oh, this is how the economic system works. Da, 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 da. Then it's like I remember Cino was talking about this shit the years ago. So I went back and I commented on it again this year. And then I'll rewatch it. I'm like, man, everything that you said, everything that was happening, we had the forefront now. So respect for that, brother.
Thank you. Yep, and in 2025, China will pass.
Salute.
They
Salute.
already did,
In
brother. Like
2025.
I remember in 2010, I was telling people China was up.
Yep. So they're gonna be they're gonna be over $1 trillion. They're gonna be the number one earning. We still got the lead technically, but no, they really surpassing us. And they by 2025 it's gonna be done, and we're gonna be behind. So it's gonna real. This is why this big war that's coming is gonna be the most massive war ever. And everybody keeps talking about Ukraine and Russia. That has nothing to
That was
do.
the start of it. That's
That's
the
the
gaslight.
distraction, right?
Yeah,
That's the major
you're right.
distraction. The
Right.
main war is China and Taiwan,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, see, that
and that's the
Taiwan
big
shot up
war.
a drone
Nice.
Yeah,
last night.
Right.
yeah, they did. That's the big war because we're gonna have to get in the middle of it because that's our lifeline. If we lose Taiwan to
We
China,
lose all the chip. We fucked up.
we're done because now we gotta deal with China. If China is able to take Taiwan back, it's over. So then America's gonna go and fight. They already said we're gonna fight for Taiwan. Of course you are.
Hmm.
If you got money in it. All those parts they make that you
Right.
sell off as American made, that's made in Taiwan. So that's how when China makes stuff and it's too much, they can just go away like, well, we got Taiwan. Taiwan is right outside of China. So
America is trying to bring all its businesses back to America, and Taiwan is an important part of the piece of the puzzle for
this
them
is
to do that.
it's a lie. They're not bringing American business back. What they're doing is bringing international businesses here. See, all those places when they were like, we brought automotive jobs back. No, you didn't. Other countries are able to come here and start opening up business. You saw more Euro companies come in. You saw all these other and not American cars, not Americans. It was more.
No, but they're trying hard now. So, giving Ford, GM, like, in Arizona, and Intel is coming back, like Washington. So they trying. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm reading. That's what I'm seeing.
They're not. But I mean, they're not. They're not really trying. That's why Chrysler ended up shutting down. We used to make parts for GMC, and they shut down the GMC base. But we made the parts that go into the cars. I worked at Smalley Steel Rings. Smalley Steel Rings makes the parts. They lie, and GMC lie and say they make them. They don't. And we make those parts that go up in there because we had the CNC ring that can make them exactly. We can make those bolts exactly the way they wanted it. And we had the machine that could do it, so we could charge them whatever we wanted. China tried to make a knockoff machine, and it just wasn't the same because they use recycled metal. Their metals are not like us. We have pure steel. They have recycled steel. That's why China stuff, it breaks down. That's why they make so much money, because they would rather make something that breaks easy than make something that lasts.
Yeah.
So the United States, we built stuff to last. A CNC bolt will last you 20 years.
I
One bolt.
watched that stream that you did on that. I watched you, Cino, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
pick up game, man.
that's right. And China one will last you about maybe 4 or 5 years from one of those little boats. But that's
But
why these cars are breaking down, because they
we're
have,
gonna suffer, Cino.
yeah.
We're gonna suffer for like 5 years because once China, like, the war start and then the supply chain really go to zero, like, we're gonna suffer here.
It's crashing right now.
Like, the market been crashed, but they just playing games, you know. And I think I seen KI say
Yeah, right.
yeah, I seen a comment that KI say that the BRICS nation money will be higher than America. We going to like gold standard. We're going back to gold standard. So, but everything will be digitalized. So the people that's making $7 an hour, $8 an hour, you have no fucking skills. Robots are gonna take your job.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It's
they already
already
got
happening.
robots that could flip fries, that could flip fucking burgers. Like, y'all better wake up, man.
Dude, it's all around the world. I've already seen it.
Right.
It's been happening for years already.
Mm-hmm.
They have. I'm finna blow everybody's minds on the Patreon this whole month. So everybody, y'all finna be shocked when y'all see some of the stuff I show you on the Patreon. It's finna blow y'all minds.
Like, this is the fifth industrial revolution. Like, people need to pay attention and start investing. And you don't got long. 2022 was the year to get rich off pennies.
Yeah.
Get you some
Oh,
gold.
Like, y'all motherfuckers better wake up, stop watching bullshit, man.
Get you
I
some
tried to tell them to get into it because the whole war right now, the most investment that's going on right now that people are trying to get into, and they're looking at all these like Bitcoins and all these digital stocks.
XLM.
Right. The best thing that you need to get into is find out more about any of these companies with water. Water is the key, and that is what people are missing.
Facts.
That's the next thing. Water.
The digital thing is big too, so, you know, like, the whole financial
Digital
shit,
it
like,
is.
sorry for cursing, the whole financial thing is transitioning into digital.
Hey, I'm not gonna say it is, because that's the new world order we're living
Right,
in.
right.
The digital age. Everybody said they're gonna put a microchip in your head. They don't need to. They got the microchip you carry every day. Carrying this.
Right there on that
You know,
phone.
they got the company, Neuralink. They got it.
One world currency. We got it. It's called credit cards. It's called cash apps. It's called Bitcoin. They take it everywhere. They take it everywhere, every country.
Even that's about to crash though. All that's about to crash. Bitcoin crashing, central banks crashing.
No,
All this
Go look
they're
up.
all crashing so we can see the rise of the Phoenix, which
Right.
is XRP. Y'all better start buying XRP. That's the bank coin.
But see, here's the thing though. Real money is in gold. That's where it's always gonna be. Now,
Physical gold.
right, exactly. Everybody else is not real unless you have real physical money,
That's
liquid.
God money.
Right. You don't have money. You just have a digital number. That could change.
Yep.
That's it. The digital numbers is computerized.
Yep.
People can change those numbers and move those around. You don't physically have any money. So that's why I keep telling people you basically don't have it. If you don't have that money with you, you don't have it. If you think the bank you own that money, no, the bank owns it. You put it in the bank tells you how much you can get out. You
See, you
can't
know
go to
that
the bank
water investment
and take
shit is
it out.
right.
They,
Facts.
they tell you you got a limit on how much you could take out the bank
Your
of
own
your
money.
of your own money. You be like, wait, that's my money. What you mean you put me on curfew? That's it. You cutting me off. How you gonna cut me off of my money? They be like, nope, come back tomorrow. 24 hours. Can't take
Don't
no
pay.
money.
Don't pay interest. Don't pay interest. Don't give them room to move your money around. Go
Exactly.
sign go sign an agreement. Go get a contract, non-discretionary agreement, so they won't touch your money because they will do it.
Yeah, they
You know,
will.
yeah, they'll do it.
See,
They know.
I explained it before. The banks are like they use your money in a mutual fund, and they invest your money, not theirs, and they use your money and all the other people as collateral. So they
Right?
need interest rate. So that interest rate is what keeps the bank alive.
Right. Facts.
So, you
So
know, I
that's
got a question for you.
yeah.
How'd you get so business savvy? Your parents, or just like you learn as you go, as you were growing up?
My mother's here now, but she's retired from the federal government. But not even her. I had to experience a lot of it, and I had to see a lot of people that was in business. So
Same.
I experienced a lot, and I learned a lot. I was right around when the economic crash happened with the real.
Mm.
So I was actually doing real estate. I was just like in the learning stages of it, and I watched the whole thing collapse. The firm I was working for, like I just got here and everything is falling apart. Right when
So you have to learn fast.
yeah, everybody was making all this money hand over fist. It was
Mm.
so easy, and then all of a sudden, it just came crashing down. I'm like, and what they was teaching me, they wasn't doing none of it. I'm like, wait a minute, didn't you just say like here on the textbook it said we dude? I watched people get homes that couldn't even afford it. They was just giving them houses.
Damn.
Countrywide Bank dude would come over from Countrywide Bank. The black dude would come over. He'll just take the applications and just approve it. Taking he's like, oh, it'll be approved by Monday. Don't worry about it. And then y'all get the money. It's like crazy. People were
See,
buying
you know,
two.
same thing is gonna happen, I think.
Of course, it's already happening. They just rename it. All they
Mm-hmm.
do is rename stuff, and they get bailed out by the government. The government bailed them out. Basically, just wiped out the debt and reset the table because the housing market got shorted and got banked. And what they do is they put them in what's called a tranche.
Right.
And the tranche is these homes. Let's say these houses isn't selling, right? And you got a whole group of houses, and the houses are not selling. So you want to put them in a group, remix it almost. So you can't move the houses. The houses got to stay where they're at. But the bank got to be able to buy them because now these loans are these people foreclosed on these houses. So now you got to be able to resell them to get them a new credit score, a new credit rating rather for these houses. So what you do is rename this property and put it with some other properties and say
Just revamp it.
we're the Miller Investment Group. This is a whole new tranche now. So it's like if you make chicken soup, like let's say you have made a chicken salad or something, and you make the chicken for that, and then you got all this leftover chicken. You're not gonna throw that leftover chicken away. You're gonna make chicken soup
Right.
with the rest of the chicken. So therefore, now that chicken is something else. Now it's a whole new thing. So it was supposed to be a chicken salad. You made a chicken salad with whatever was left over. You put that into the soup. Now you got chicken soup. That's a whole new thing. Now you got yes,
Sure.
that's what a tranche is. You taking whatever's left over that didn't get sold at foreclosed, put that in a whole new group, and then you rename it as something else, and then you take that whole group, move that over to a bank, and get the new approval and credit rating score for that. So then it'll get a AAA rating or a B rating or whatever for the bank and get a new loan, even though it's just a remix. It's the same property, same house, same people couldn't afford it. And this is how the banks keep their rating high. But you got bad loans. And it was all these bad loans, people foreclosing. Why? Because jobs was disappearing. I watched it. I
Yeah.
watched all these jobs go online. People losing 800,000 jobs, 500,000 jobs. I was like, oh my God, these companies were closing. All the electronic stores were closing. I said, damn, the malls had closed. I said, that mall's closed?
Was
And
that at the time Blockbuster went out of business too, Cino?
Blockbuster went out of business a little later, but yeah,
Okay.
that was because of it too. Because more people, Blockbuster waited too late. They could
Hmm.
have actually won because Netflix, they had a chance to buy Netflix and didn't do it.
Okay, because I thought Netflix wanted to buy them.
No, Blockbuster was going to buy Netflix.
That was a bad move.
They wanted them to be a partner, like come in on
Guess,
Netflix and,
guess who own Netflix right now though? Look up BlackRock Group. They own Netflix.
Man,
They
you better
own
leave BlackRock alone before they shut Cino channel down.
right.
yep. So Netflix, they was going to make a deal because back then they used to mail you the disc, and you used to get them in the mail. You order
Right.
it online and they send it to you in the mail. That's how you got Netflix. Then they had Redbox. Redbox had it right there, the little
Right.
jukebox thing. So Blockbuster said, "Man, we're gonna get into that." So they were waiting too late. Blockbuster put up one of them little stands like Redbox, but Redbox had all the grocery stores,
Yeah, that's too
like
slow
go
to
to
get.
Jewels. So everybody was hitting up Redbox, like, man, $1 you can rent a movie for $1.
Right.
New releases, shoot, and dude knew how to get them for free. My boy knew how to get in there and get the code. He was one of them dudes. So the video games is what was keeping Redbox going. So they was taking all Blockbuster money. People weren't going to Blockbuster no more. So it was like, man, the physical store is losing money. We
But
they we just lost the last video store like last year. That was Family Video. And that was because of the pandemic. Family
they're gonna
Video
make a
was the
comeback,
only
Cino.
one. They are.
Yeah, Blockbuster gonna make a comeback in Web 3. Web 3, it's like you know how you say you did the internet came in at the first place, and then they had another like phase of the internet where it's like you could send email, and then they
Mm,
got another phase of the internet, the new phase they got not, but they got another phase where they trying to turn everybody into a fucking hologram or a fucking avatar, where you basically work in the metaverse, you sleep there, you do everything there. So Blockbuster gonna incorporate that and go basically all digital online. They're gonna come back. Like this is like, okay, you ever seen the movie Back to the Future?
Yeah.
yeah, well, this is
Okay,
like
so
Ready
everything is
Player
Back to the
One.
Future.
No, this is more like Ready Player One. Yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. And the
Yeah.
Jetsons.
I gotta
That's
see
how we
that.
move. This is the world we're going into.
so yeah, that's the world I'll be sleeping out. I'll be I'll be the only one unplugged. I'll be
Man, see, no, that's why I have to get smart and start investing, man. Because it's either you poor or you rich. There's no middle class. There ain't like five,
no,
10 years, no middle
yeah,
class.
they
I want to
wiped
be on
out
the
middle
rich
class.
side.
They wiped out middle class because everything's online now.
Yep.
And that's why people were forced into retirement. LA homeless rate is extended another 13%. Everything is falling apart, and no one is doing anything about it as far as trying to grow and move in a different direction. They're stuck making the same decisions every day, looking for another 9 to 5 because that's all they knew. They came from that era. They didn't grow up in this digital era. And most
Right.
of some people said, hey, I gotta adapt. Other people just said, no, I'm stuck at this 9 to 5. I
Right.
like, I like having the balls. I want to be something I can physically grab my check, go to the bank, like they want to do these things. They don't want to go into this new era of tech. I've seen people like that. They fight the future.
Mhm.
But unfortunately, we're going into a society where we become a country that don't make anything anymore. We
Yeah.
were a number one country because we manufactured things. Now we become a distribution place. Everybody else dump their stuff here, so us to sell. That means you don't have power. The
Right.
people who make the goods are the people with the power.
Mm-hmm.
And they're the ones who are going to dictate. and we used to dictate. We used to have U.S. Steel. We used to have the automotive industry on lock. We made everything, so we had power. Our infrastructure was strong. People wanted to buy our goods and take it across the seas. That's why people in Cuba was like, they got all old cars because they couldn't get imports anymore. We cut them off. Cuba was cut off for
Yeah, that was
50, 60 years. That's why Cuba have all old cars.
Okay.
Yeah, because they can no imports to go there.
But
Dang.
that worked out for them. See, they got to keep their old infrastructure. You know what I mean? Like, well, I'm saying, like, if you look at it in the positive side,
Yeah,
the road
because now it's vintage now. You
yeah,
see
yeah,
old
yeah.
cars, you're like, man, it's like a throwback era.
Yep. If they got a good leader, that country could be like, people still want to go to Cuba. That country will be so big on like tourism and everything like that. Man, it's a gold mine.
It
Yeah,
is.
they flooded Jackson, Mississippi, just the way they did New Orleans. They did the same damn thing, Jackson, Mississippi.
They're doing it on purpose. Like this
Okay.
just to crash the economy. This is the plan.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And it always happened in the poorest section. They never do it in the place. New Orleans got flooded, and the rich section didn't get touched hard. Only the poor section.
Yeah, they did it on purpose, man.
Of course
I'm
they
going
did.
to invest in Mississippi.
Hey, go look up the heart machine. But y'all didn't hear that from me. Go look up the heart machine. HAARP.
I already seen the hard machine.
Yeah, y'all didn't hear that from me though. That's maybe I know
Yeah,
I
it's
never seen it. I'm gonna check it out.
I've
How
seen
you
the
spell it?
map.
HAARP heart machine. I didn't believe it at first, but once I did my research, I was like, damn.
You saw the map. You saw the map, right? When the water first was coming in, they showed you that, and they show you how to land. Like if the water ever go in there, the whole town gonna go in there because it's sinking. Because of the way it's made, the way New Orleans is made.
That's crazy.
That
These
land,
guys
that's
are
why
crazy,
the
man.
lowest. New Orleans has the lowest below sea level. Like it's really below sea level.
Right. The mall is
So
under the
it's
water. They got a mall that's
exactly.
under the water, man.
Oh, mall under the water?
I ain't lying.
Yeah,
All under the water.
yeah.
Crazy shit.
So anytime they get hit with a big storm like that, it's like them being in a bowl. And if the water get in the bowl, that's it. They
Done
snap.
deal.
So that's why I would never live in New Orleans. I would never live there. I don't
But
want
I'm
to
thinking about it, like when my money comes in, I'm thinking about investing in the Gulf Coast in Mississippi, though, not Louisiana, Mississippi. I like Mississippi.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yo, Mississippi, the Gulf Coast part is beautiful, man. But people just think Mississippi is just up north Mississippi. Like man, it's beautiful down there, man.
Yeah.
Water is blue. The sand beach is white. Beautiful.
Definitely. I'm with
1,000.
that.
Man,
So
Cito, I learned a lot from you, man. I don't even know you, but your videos, they gold. And another gold video you did when you went in on Gil, man. You crazy, man. Arizona showers, man. You crazy, man.
Salute.
yeah, Gil crazy, man. I don't know. That dude is he's up for us. Talking about doing a cartoon. I'm like, Gil, if you a multi-millionaire, man, you must really be bored.
So somebody said Sino you was a hip hop police. That's how you that's how you know so much shit. How the hell you know so much shit, Sino? Like sometimes like man, how the fuck Sino know this, right? Like what's wrong with this guy?
Most of this stuff is public information. Especially, I mean, when you get with a rich, you keep getting arrested every 10 seconds. It's like, damn, dog, what is wrong with you? See, it's just so much information out here, but it just go by people.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's like we live in the world of the information is so easy to access, but it's so much false information too. Like if you can't put two and two together, like you ain't gonna find nothing.
That's true. Because everybody, it's like conspiracy theories, and then some people are there, they have some of the information, and they're close to it, and then it'll just go
Toss it out.
way above.
Yep. Right there at the finish line, about to make the touchdown and just go straight out of bounds with it.
Yep.
And that STEM program, shout out to your cousin too. That's a great program, you know. That STEM program, them kids need those technologies courses to make it next life, man. It like that's a great program. When I get my money, you know, I'm gonna invest into the STEM program because they need more of those in like Atlanta. They need those in Mississippi. They like that STEM program is golden. So respect for that too.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Salute.
Yeah, it's doing pretty good, man. The Saginaw STEM's been doing all right.
Yeah, because it's like when you talk about, oh, next the kids try to make an electric car, I'm like, damn, thank you, Lord. Black people working on these shits. Like, god damn.
Yeah. And now
oh my God,
they turned that car from an electric car to a solar car now. So yeah, they after they did that, they had to turn it to a solar car.
All the petrol cars about to be dumped out, I heard. It's about to be straight electric cars. It's gonna be straight electricity. It's gonna be we don't have to pay for it. It's gonna be all free. Go look up.
It's not free. It's not free, bro. It's free for now.
Yeah, that's how they always get you with the free first.
You're gonna pay for heated seats. If you want heated seats and cooling seats, you're gonna pay a subscription for that. We're gonna live in a world of subscription.
Yep.
Just like you subscribe to Netflix, you're gonna subscribe for your heated seats. You're gonna subscribe for your satellite radio. You're gonna subscribe for everything. So you could have the best BMW, but you don't got heated seats. You don't got you're gonna pay for the features that's supposed to be free.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Pretty soon ain't gonna be no more cable companies. Cables is the last thing to go. It's gonna be no more of the cable. It's gonna be you're gonna have to stream every channel you want.
When you get a chance, Google 2030 agenda.
2030.
When you guys get a chance, Google 2030 agenda and Google 2050 agenda, and you see what's to come in the world.
Hey, check this out. Go Google.
It's going to be in a cloud. There's gonna be no more wires. Everything gonna be in the cloud.
Yep.
That's it. Everything's gonna be in the cloud. That's where it's gonna go. All cloud information is gone in the cloud. You're not gonna have any more consoles.
Yep.
Like PlayStation 5, 6. You're just gonna be having a controller and a screen, and boom, go.
That's See, y'all explaining the Great Reset. This is where the cabal want to take it, but the white hats behind the scene, they blocking all that, man. They got this Starlink. Go Google up Starlink.
They're not blocking shit. They all work together.
Right. See, let me tell you the money is not in the going all the way and doing it. It's just like someone who has cancer and they have the cure. The money is not in the cure. The money's in the treatments.
Yep.
So the thing is, they're not going to give you that technology now. They're going to give you limited technology. Every technology they give us, they've already had.
They've been working on that shit for 100 years.
7 years.
They've been had this see, all this technology about to be unleashed through the Nasara Jasara. Go look that up. Nasara Jasara. NES.
I know what you're talking. I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? Okay, Nasara. Just how it sounds. Y'all know how to spell the Nasara Jasara. The National Economic Reset. Like this new bank is about to come in. It's about to be a new bank called the Fiat Quantum Banking System that's backed by gold.
No. We moving into the quantum financial system.
Yeah, the quantum. Right. That's what I just said. The quantum financial system backed by gold, and everything gonna be monitored. There's gonna be no room for nobody to steal nothing from anybody.
Right.
Right.
You think, like, but
that.
You know what I think? People are still gonna find a way to scam because it's like there's geeks out there too. You get what I'm saying? Like there's never gonna be like a real proof system where nobody can do scams, can't do shit like that. It's like people are people, man. They're gonna once they see they can't do nothing, they're gonna find a way. But it's gonna be very hard because you're gonna be on a social, like what is it called? UBI, Universal Basic Income. So it's like the government gonna tell you when to wake up, what to do with your life so you could receive that income. And if you don't do what they want you to do, they ain't gonna give it to you, and they could block you. That like they'll send the money to you digitally, And if you don't do what they want you to do, they could just block it with just one button.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it's on a righteous agenda, I'm with it. But if it's on some evil type shit, nah, I decline. Just to
Everything
sum it
is
all
evil.
up.
There's no limit to these folks. They get to like there's no stopping for them. They just want to push it, and see how far they get.
Yeah.
And then when they done doing their part, they die. They leave the playbook to their kids. That's why they marry each other. They stay with the same circle. These people, like, I don't know, man. The
Yeah,
only way you could survive is be rich.
Yeah, that's true. But then that won't save you because what is rich? You gotta have money coming in consecutively from different revenue streams because rich, you can go from rich to poor. You can have all this money and nothing to buy. Like rich won't help you. Like you can be sitting there, it's a lot of billionaires in the ground.
you got
So
to know what to create out here. It's not just about having money. You got to have the
right.
product. You got to know what to create. Just to sum it
Right.
up. It's all about creation.
Most important investment for black folks till 2030 is buy farmland. We need to own a
Right.
lot of farmland because these niggas gonna feed
Facts.
us bugs. They're gonna feed us fact like
Mhm.
scientifically made like see no. Let me tell you this story, yo. I went like once you enlighten yourself, you start doing research, things just come to you. So
Mhm.
I'm watching the NASDAQ and then I'm watching the documentary how these folks got labs they create meat and everything. I find a company. The stock was like $3, man. I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be big. I saved it. When I went back to look for it, they changed it. I'm like, what the hell?
Dude, you gotta buy that right away.
Like,
Mhm.
I'm like, what the hell?
You gotta load up on them shares when they come on board, man.
Yep.
You get that lucky and you see it. You don't have time to even look it up. You just gotta buy it.
Like, that's
I
crazy.
got stocks and I got so many stocks and shares and I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like, I can't even keep up with all this.
Now, see, I could tell you're a smart man and you make a lot of money, not pocket watching because the way you live. Like you have you busy, but you have time to sit, chill. You get what I'm saying? Like, and it
Right.
like yeah, like I don't know, I pay attention.
Yeah. And I've already, like I'm looking in this, space programs. Like right now, I'm looking at NASA. So I'm looking at the space right now.
I heard NASA going down too. They tied into some crooked, spit. I heard they tied up, man. They
Look,
going down, man. They faked that moon. They didn't know. They didn't go to the moon. They faked it, man. Disney helped fake that moon, man. They helped fake that. They
nah,
helped fake.
man, they went, brother. They're gonna make Elon Musk look like a god. They went to the moon and Mars.
They faked all this shit, man. They didn't really go to the moon. They went to the studio and filmed it. I researched it.
Oh, you come on when dude fell on there.
I'm
I got the
telling you,
footage with dude trip.
they did not go to the moon. They faked their trip to the moon. Y'all can go research it yourself. I mean, it is what it is. I seen it. I researched it. Yeah, Disney, he full of bullish. He full
You
of
Like,
gotta
but
understand.
the thing is, like, I think a lot of these stuffs are coming out. It's not by accident. They want to put it out so it could be like, oh, that's what they did. Then, just like Sino said, they're gonna revamp, create a new name, and move it to the digital world. Okay, this is a new company. We dissolve Disney, just like they did with Facebook. They not dissolve Facebook, but revamp it, name it Meta. So when it's time for Facebook to go down, everybody, oh, we don't want Facebook. Da, da, da. They close Facebook down, but it's the same thing as Meta. They just changed the name.
Mm-hmm.
It's Hegelian dialect. Create the problem, make people suffer till the people ask for change, and then offer them the change and say, "Look, we got the solution. Here it is."
Facebook going down too. Mark, keep
Yep.
tied in with Espion, with them children, man. They've been torturing them. They've been torturing and they've been torturing the children, kidnapping the children, selling their body parts, all that, man.
Mm.
It's going down, man. There's a lot of them. Go look up, go to rumble.com and go type in Hollywood hit list and go see it for yourself. I can detail it, but if you just go, go to rumble.com, go type in Hollywood hit list, go do the research for yourself. Y'all gonna be good.
Yeah. Well,
There's a
man,
lot going on.
yeah, I'm about to shut it down, man. I gotta get out here and get some sleep. I gotta
Likewise.
Respect, Sino.
Hey, respect, man. Appreciate it.
Great conversation, man. I like that.
Great, man. Thanks for everybody who listening. Y'all got some great information. Man, we're gonna do this again.
All right, Sino.
All right. Appreciate that. 1,000 bet.
1,000.